And welcome to the Merry Boozers RC channel. Tonight we have a special guest, Charlie, whichever one you'd rather call him. This is our next door neighbor, and he is interested in becoming an RC pilot. And Horizon Hobby was nice enough to send us a Habu Trainer STS for him to learn how to fly with. So we are going to be going into that a little later in the show. But to start off the evening, we just got back from Florida. Let's see, they call it IRCC. I always get it wrong. Jerry's in the comments if I get it wrong. Imperial RC Club of Mulberry, Florida, though. And they had their National Model Aviation Day Fun Fly. RC Informer met us down there, and we had a absolute ball flying in the Trifecta Fun Fly. They had a spot landing competition, guess your speed, and there was another one. I'm terrible at this, guys. This is why I don't get a paycheck for it, right? What was the other one, Lori? Guess your speed.
Guess your speed, spot landing, and
fly for 2 minutes without a timer and land as close to 2 minutes as you could. That was it. Got it. Anyway, the Trifecta Fun Fly, and then the person that gets the best overall score wins the whole event. I did get second place in Guess Your Speed with my EC 1500. I said 50 miles an hour, and I came across there, I believe, at 49.5. We have a video to play for you here in a minute, and we'll show it to you. Maybe. Lori's trying to get it working. But yeah, it has been just a wonderful weekend. Me and Papa, and we got to meet Gav Street. He's down there in the comments. He is a member of the channel. We always enjoy getting to see Gav, and his grandmother, his mother, his father. Everybody was out there this weekend. He got to fly his SU-30. He really wanted me to be there when he flew it the first time, and I kind of helped him with that. It was a lot of fun. Him and Rich were tearing it up with some E-flite F-16s this weekend, and it was a really good time, guys. I really did enjoy it. So, Charlie, tell the guys a little bit about yourself. What is your RC experience right now?
My RC experience has been, we played with the 2 trucks that you have out in his front yard, and took him through the garden, which we got yelled at by our wives. And I got to see him mess around with the tanks a little bit, which was pretty fun to watch. And that's about it.
So, he has not flown anything, guys. We are going to get him in front of the simulator. We're going to get on here one random night probably during the week. It may not be this week, as he is expecting his first child this week.
Any day now.
Any day now. It is coming. So, it's going to put a little hamper in on our first flight. But we did get the airplane here, and we've been looking at it, and I think he's really liking it. And over the next few weeks, we will definitely get it out there. We do not have any shortage of content right now, but we do definitely want to do this with him. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I can go out there and fly it, which I already have. I flew it this weekend. You guys will be seeing that. But it's a trainer plane, and what we need to show is somebody new flying a trainer plane, not me. Everybody knows I can fly it. So, Lori, did we get that video?
I think so.
Okay, we're going to give this a shot. We're going to give this a shot, guys. So what this is we did... Oh, well, hang on a second. We'll play it full screen for the guys. Wait. So, it looks like it works. So, what this is after the fun fly, we had all flown our events. And then they came back and they said that 3 of us were tied for first, second, and third place in the Guess Your Speed. So they told us to go up and do it again. So this was mine. You got 3 passes, and you had to call what speed you were going to be from the beginning. So I said I was going to do 50 miles an hour was what my goal was. So, we're going to play it now. Does that sound?
66.3.
No, you don't have to, but peak or
Yeah, slow her down.
peak? Oh, come on.
Can't heckle without inverted if you're not going to do it.
One.
55.
1. Now, I figured I could do it flat. 50.5. Man, that's unreal. Hey, Ryan, get ready to go.
50.
So there we go, guys. I got real close, but it wasn't quite close enough. I got second place in that. So it was a lot of fun. Be looking for a whole lot more content in the future on this event. We filmed all kinds of stuff while we were down there, and a big thanks to Imperial RC for doing such a wonderful event. And that field is where the Mary Boozer Fun Fly is going to be. The Mary Boozer Toys for Tots Fun Fly at IRCC. There we go. Imperial RC Club. All those guys down there are always just wonderful, wonderful hosts, and we really, really do enjoy it. So, without waffling too much tonight, we are going to play you a video now of the assembly of the Habu. And then when we get done watching this, we're going to come back and we're going to have some talking about it. And you guys are going to be able to ask us any questions you want. Like I said, we're trying a little different things. What's the max speed on, see Dennis Farley, on the EC 1500? We did radar it at full throttle and it was doing 89 miles per hour across the field.
Mostly dead battery.
On a mostly dead battery, yeah. I flew almost all 3 competitions on one 5000, so I could fly a very long time on one battery. But yeah, had loads of fun, and I can't wait to show you the air tractor tandem video of me and Rich Baker, because we were tearing up the skies with those air tractors. It was hilarious. Anyway, we are going to go on and play this video. I believe Lori has it all ready for you guys. This is going to be the assembly of the Habu Jet Trainer. And when we get back, we're going to talk all you want, and we're going to discuss this. So, without further ado, roll tape. Guys, welcome back to the Mary Boozer's RC channel. Tonight we're going to be looking at the Habu STS ready to fly. I have my friend Charlie here. He has been wanting to get into RC airplanes for quite some time. Been coming over to the house and drooling, and Horizon Hobby has hooked us up with a brand new Habu. And we are going to be teaching Charlie how to become an RC pilot. And we're going to start off the series of zero to hero, learning how to fly. We're going to unbox this and put it together tonight and start teaching Charlie a little bit about it. So Charlie, what do you think? You've seen the airplane. We snuck out the box a little bit so you could look at it. But what do you think so far?
I'm excited. I've never flown one. And yeah, hopefully I don't crash.
So literally Charlie has zero RC experience. He's played with a couple trucks in the yard of mine. He's seen me fly some of the UMX stuff in the yard, but he has not flown anything. So this is 100% honest thing. I mean, he has never flown one before, so this is going to be a lot of fun. So some of the products that come in the box that we'll go over real quick, it comes with a version of E-flite that is a smaller version of the full version of E-flite 9. It comes with the Habu, the Apprentice. It comes with a couple trainer planes. It comes with some series to teach you how to fly. And as you unlock more of the levels in the game, you unlock more airplanes in the game. So it's really cool. We'll definitely be taking some in-depth looks at the version of E-flite that comes with this. The kit also comes with the E-flite dongle to where you can use your Spektrum radio with the game. So Charlie's going to be set up, and this airplane's going to be Charlie's. We're going to review it and everything, but this airplane is his. He's going to be getting into the hobby. He's got his first airplane ready to go, so you know, it's going to be a lot of fun, guys. I really am looking forward to getting him out to the field and getting him doing this. So what we're going to do is get him set up with the trainer, the interlink controller on the computer, and we're going to get him some practice before we get out to the field, because I really feel, guys, E-flite is your best friend if you're getting started in this series. E-flite can really teach you orientation. I think is where the best part is. Nothing's going to beat the real deal. But if you can learn left to right when it's coming at you in the game, that's going to help a lot for when we get out to the field. And we want to get him out of safe as fast as possible. It's nice that this airplane has it. I think it'll be good for his first couple flights, but we want to get him out of safe as soon as possible. So, without further ado, let's get down on the bench, let's get the box cracked open, and let's start taking a look at the Habu. Alright guys, we've got the dust cover off the box, and we're going to start on the unboxing process of this airplane. I guess we'll cut this real quick and just start right here. It does come with 4 AA batteries for your controller. Regular old AA's. They'll probably be getting changed pretty quick. I'm going to go around and cut all the plastic right now. Be careful while you're cutting all the tape on the boxes to make sure you don't cut your airplane. That's never a good thing. And check all the little crevices as you're taking stuff out. You don't want to accidentally miss something. Just put it on the floor over there, Charlie. That's pretty interesting. They actually even printed the Habu into the phone. Alright, so first piece coming out. Once again, be careful cutting your plastic, guys, so you don't end up cutting your airplane. Be a bad day if you cut a big hole in your airplane. So we've got the wing. The big black stripes on the bottom are really going to help you distinguish up from down when you're flying this. You can belly land this airplane, so they have included covers for the aileron horns to keep from knocking these off when you're belly landing this airplane. There is an optional assisted landing sensor that can clip into right here. We do not have it right now. We're going with just what comes in the kit. This is the ready to fly version. So Horizon Hobby has been doing this lately on a lot of their airplanes, but the servo plug-ins are actually embedded into the wing, as you can see, to where they just snap straight in as you put the wing on for the ailerons. Give you a good look at that. Good looking paint job so far. Here's our canopy. Try and get you a better look at that pilot here in a minute. It is a smoked lens on there, so maybe it won't bubble too bad while he's out in the sun. So we have our elevator. Look at that design with the rudder and the elevator servos built in there to the rudder. So your rudder is going to clip in right over top. I believe there is no glue in this kit. We will be confirming that here in a minute. Look at that way that's designed back there. It's impressive how they did that. Once again, the black on white for the bottom to help distinguish up from down for orientation. Only red is on the top of the airplane. Over here we have our 4000 3S Smart LiPo battery provided in the kit. We will be going over charging as it comes in the kit. We're also going to talk about some other features that you may want as far as smart checkers and other items to go along with this airplane after you start flying. But once again, for now, we're just talking about what comes in the kit itself. So here is the fuselage. Tip is black, and I believe it is actually rubber. So the tip on this, instead of our normal plastic tips, this is a rubber tip. If you can see this. So if you whack it into something, training, learning, this thing goes back. I mean, it's a squishy, rubbery, like a tire material. So this is to help if you bonk it to not have to replace it. Great idea for a trainer airplane. Great idea. Yeah, interesting. I think we must have to put our own retract in. There's your EDF unit, the motor from this airplane. I do like how they've got the servo connections embedded into the foam back here. Really neat. There you go. Get the rudder out. Interesting, it's the only one that was wrapped in plastic. And guys, we do have an early sample, so yours may come everything in the plastic. I'm not sure how that's going to go for you guys. It might be a little bit different on that. Here's our rudder. Plastic cladded at the bottom for strength. Looks like it does have some spars in it. It is not hinged, it is a foam hinge. It's worked on a lot of airplanes in the past, but there is no hinge in there. Some guys are going to want to know that. Alright, let's get our parts bag out. We'll lay it out here in a minute for the most part, but just to show you. Oh, I don't know why I said retract earlier either. This plane doesn't have retract. It has fixed landing gear. Well, they got this piece glued in. So there's our nose wheel steering assembly. It's a whole assembly. It looks like it screws in, and then your back tires. This is the wireless dongle for your real flight. Like I said, this is the ready to fly version. Let's see what's in here. This might be our charger. Yes, this is our Spektrum Smart charger. This is the ready to fly. So, USB cable to plug into the Spektrum Smart charger. And this is, like I said, the entry-level smart charger. The dongle. And then this looks like our simulated thrust tube for the back of the airplane, kind of like an exhaust shroud. I believe the only thing we have left is our radio. This is a brand new radio style from Spektrum. And it's in there. Oh, it's got a zip tie around it. The DXS, this does have telemetry that runs across the Spektrum logo now. Nice and simple. It's a lot better than the cheap radios you used to get in ready to fly airplanes though. This is a nice quality transmitter. It feels good in the hand, and the gimbals are a lot nicer than what you used to get. So this is really nice to see a good quality radio coming with these airplanes now. Alright guys, well let's get everything laid out on the table and let you take a look at it. So guys, we've got the Habu out of the box now, and we are getting ready to assemble it. Me and Charlie are going to put this together. I'm here to walk him through it. Hopefully we can answer any newbie questions right now if this is your first airplane to ever put together. So Charlie's going to be putting this airplane together, and I'm here for him to ask questions to. So if we come across newer pilot questions, this should be a good time to answer them for you. So without further ado, we're going to get the camera angled down at the bench, and we're going to start our assembly of the Habu. Our first step on the assembly, Charles is going to take the elevator and start getting it ready to plug in. So there's two wires. They are pre-fitted into the foam here on the elevator. You have labeled minus, plus, and S. Minus is your ground wire, plus is your positive wire, and S is your signal. On radio control airplanes, yellow is always your signal or white. In the Habu's case, these are all labeled as brown, red, yellow. So the yellow is going to go to the S. And of course, rudder to the rudder channel and elevator to the elevator channel. So now that he's got that, he's going to make sure he doesn't pinch any of his wires. As he slides this in, it is keyed. Slides in and fits down on top of the little receiving points back here. Just like so. Now he's going to tuck his wires down inside. And then the kit comes with two different sets of these more aggressively threaded screws. You want the bigger ones. There's a smaller set and a bigger set. The bigger ones are for the elevator. The smaller ones are going to be for the nose wheel. So, if you have one out your hands, a magnetic tray from Harbor Freight is a wonderful thing. You can put your screws in it and not worry about dropping them. A magnetic Phillips screwdriver is always a wonderful choice. And he's going to put these two back screws in. Now, the three on top are going to be for when we put the rudder on. You want them snug, but you don't want to strip them out. Remember, you're putting a metal screw into a plastic receiver. So you want to tighten them down until they stop, and then that is all you want to go. All right, on to the next step. Next step in the process, we're going to install this little thrust cone on the back of this. Slides in, rather easy. Then he's going to take the provided tape, peel that off. Flip the airplane over. The other piece on the bottom. The reason we didn't glue this on was because if you ever have a crash and need to take this piece off and change the elevator, you need to be able to get this back off. If you glue it, you're not going to be able to take it off. This helps to hold all this back piece in. On to the next part. Next step, we're going to get the rudder put onto the airplane. So he's going to slide in the control horn right here. Line up his holes. There's 3 holes on here. Take one of his screws and get it started. Easy as that, guys. On to the next step. Alright guys, we're going to put the nose wheel on next. We're going to do this now instead of putting the wing on because we want it to be easier for us to flip the airplane around and manipulate it however we need to without the wing on. So, just like on the tail, yellow to yellow, whoops, yellow to yellow, brown to brown. There'll be a nice positive click when you push this together. There are 4 holes on the back side and 2 holes on the front, plus this NACA duct. Remember, this will fit in backwards, so make sure you get it the right direction. All right, and that gets our nose wheel installed. Next step, we're going to get the wing installed on the Habu. You can see here, the servo lead is actually built into the wing. And it has 2 metal posts. Let me zoom in on this for you. It has 2 metal posts to help you align these. So what he's going to do is flip it over now. Align everything, and it keys in, guys. So he's going to take, you need to come back just a little bit. There you go. And now hold some pressure from the bottom and give it a nice push in the middle to seat this wing. There it is. Now the wing's seated. He's going to do the shorter screw here and then the 3 longer screws here. These are the nice, finely threaded machine screws that look like this. Guys, when you're putting the screws in, you don't want to twist too hard. You'll start to deform the foam. Go on and keep tightening it though. You want them just to where they're snug and then a little bit more. You'll feel it when they start bottoming out. But remember, you're only working with foam, so you'll start to compress that foam. And you'll start see how that's sucking in right there? Yep. You'll actually see it, guys. If you get them too tight, this little piece here, I'm going to zoom in on it so maybe you can see it when he's doing it. But this little piece will actually start to suck into the foam if you get it too tight. Alright, that gets our wing installed. Next step, he's got the wing installed. We're going to go on and put our wheels on. So he just snaps that in. put in, push back until you feel the snap, like you just heard, and that's it, as easy as that was. Next step, we're going to turn our radio on. There you go. Radio is on. You always turn your radio on before you plug your airplane in. So he's going to set his radio aside now, and he's going to plug his airplane in. Watch your control surfaces. The plane is initializing, and now the plane has initialized. So the reason we did this is before we put our rudder on, we want to make sure our rudder is centered. If we would have put our rudder on when we put our rudder linkage on, when we put our rudder on, we wouldn't have known if this was straight until we provided power to it. So now that it is, he's going to go for the middle horn, or the middle hole on this front one. Push it in, twist it around, and now he's going to go for the second hole from the outside on the rudder. Now, he's going to have to twist this around to make it either go in or out, so you want your rudder to be straight at this moment. So that's what he's going to have to adjust with that. So if you were to put it in right now on that second hole, where would it be? So the rudder is over to this side a little bit. So what he needs to do is screw it righty-tighty this way. So pop it back off. Down. There you go. Screw it in. Give it probably 5 turns. Towards the top. There we go. That's pretty straight now. So snap it together with your fingers, and then slide that little rubber thing back. There you go. Done this once or twice in my life. And there you go, just like that. So now when we take our control, we can hit our rudder. You can see the rudder works. The elevator, up is up and down is down. We're in safe mode, so it's not letting me go down. There we go. Up, down. So there. All good to go, guys. This is where we do our final check to make sure all our control surfaces are working. Left on the aileron. That one goes up. That's correct. Down. Yep. Up on the elevator. Down on the elevator. Rudder works. And our steering wheel is also working. So this completes the assembly, and we will wrap this up. Well, there it is, guys. We got the Habu all put together. Charlie did that all himself. You saw it. What did you think of putting together your first RC airplane?
It was interesting, given the fact that a couple good bloopers, dropping some stuff. Yeah, it's really interesting.
Anybody that watches us live knows that this is why I don't put airplanes together live anymore, because it's so difficult to do it pretty on your first shot. So, you know, it's all part of it. Don't get frustrated. If you are frustrated putting the airplane together, just stop, walk away, do something else for a little bit, come back and put the airplane together. Nobody says you have to do it all in one setting, although this one was very easy, guys. Basically, screw together construction, there we go, and you know, nothing to it. So anyway, are you excited to start learning how to fly now?
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Get to play a little video game, flight simulator, and then one day we'll get out to the field and fly.
So yeah, guys, be looking forward. We're gonna also get this out, and I'm just gonna fly the heck out of it for you, show you what the Habu can actually do. We're gonna do a 3S and a 4S flight because it can fly on both, And then we're going to start on training Charlie and just be looking for that. We're going to do a series, Zero to Hero. He's going to be a fighter jet pilot before long. And who knows, you might be seeing him fly some other stuff on the channel in the future after we get him trained up. So, guys, without further ado, please like, share, and subscribe. If you like what you're seeing and you want to become a channel member, please check the join button out down below. You can see members only content. We do a members only live stream. We have unlisted videos, lots of other cool stuff. It only costs $1.99 a month to do it. You can always check out our merch store. And like I said, get out there and fly with your friends. And if you don't have anybody to fly with, find somebody. There's always guys wanting to do it. And get a plane and start learning together. So, without further ado, we're going to get out of here. We'll see y'all in the next episode. Next up, we're going to go on and put the nose wheel on while the wing's off, so we don't have to worry about flipping it over and stuff with the wing on. You put it on backwards. I just realized it. And we're back. No, wait, we don't have a microphone yet. Oh, we do. Hey, we're back. I hope you guys enjoyed that. We're going to start doing our unboxing and assemblies like this each weekend. And then what we're going to do is delist the live show. They'll still be available if you go to the Mary Boozers YouTube channel and you go down to live shows and podcasts. They're still going to be available. We're just going to delist them so they don't take away from the pretty edited videos that we're doing now. We're going to play them here on Sunday nights. We're going to talk about them just like we're doing. But we want to start making it to where our unboxing and builds are a little more official and clean for you guys to actually use. If you're trying to assemble your airplane, you'll be able to watch those from now on. So, with that being said, Habu's sitting here all put together. Charlie, what do you think of your new airplane?
I like it. I'm very excited to fly it and own it.
Yes.
If it makes it.
He only gets to own it if he gets to fly it. He's got to get it out of safe mode to be able to own this airplane.
Yep.
I'm not giving it to him fully until he gets it out of safe and can fly it. So, I saw a bunch of guys in here asking about the Arrows Marlin. You guys know me, I'll be honest with you. I love the Marlin, and I want to show you them side by side so you can get a side comparison. And maybe we'll even put a Marlin in Charlie's hands after he gets a little more used to this airplane. So let me grab this and just kind of hover it over real quick so you can see size comparison. That's tail to tail right now. Set it on top of it. You know, the Habu is definitely bigger. That's maybe one of the bigger differences in these two airplanes. That also being said, you know, the Marlin is no gyro, no stability. Where I see the Habu being a really big hit, guys, is somebody that's brand new to RC. This airplane will fly at like 10 miles an hour and not fall out of the sky. The stall is super, super forgiving. It also has bigger tires. You're going to be able to take this off and land it out of grass. If you look at the Marlin, it's got teeny tiny wheels. You're going to have a real hard time if you're trying to take off and land in the grass. Now, you can always take the wheels off and hand launch it. But you can also do the same with the Habu. Now, if you don't want safe and all the other stuff, this airplane is available in a plug-and fly also for quite a lot less money if you do not need the controller and the battery and the charger and the game and all the other stuff. This is set up for a brand new pilot that doesn't have anything. If you're getting the ready to fly like we have sitting here in front of us. But if you're an experienced pilot that just wants a really good flying jet, I already know how to fly warbirds, I want to get in the jet game, then get the plug-and-fly version of the Habu. Links are down in the description if you're interested in it. I will say that the Habus are selling very fast, and when the Habu plug-and-flies sell out, they're going to get hard to get for a while. That being said, Horizon Hobby, you can always go to your local hobby shop. A lot of the local hobby shops are still going to have the plug-and-flies available. But when I talked to Jason, I think they're getting pretty low on the PMPs already on this airplane. So if you want one, you need to jump on it quick. With COVID, it's with every airplane that comes out right now. Same thing, if you want that new SU-29 from Motion RC, I suggest you get in there and buy one. Because they're going to go fast, and you're going to have to wait a long time to get the next shipment. Look at tanks. You know, when tanks came out, they were awesome, but they've had 2 shipments of them now in a year. And between each shipment, it takes a long time to get the next set. So if you see an airplane right now that you want, I highly recommend you get it. And don't wait, because they're taking a lot longer to get restocks right now. Every company is. So, just being honest. So I'm super excited for Charlie to start learning. I mean, Charlie, do you have any questions about how to do anything right now? I mean, this is a good time. We've got the community here. What are your questions about RC? I guess we should maybe talk about, you're new.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the AMA?
No.
Okay, so the AMA, the American Model Aviation Association, you join it for, I believe it's $75 a year. I'll make sure I tell them the exact amount, guys. I can't remember. But AMA is who is our insurance company for our models. If you're at an AMA event, they're going to provide $2 million worth of coverage to your airplane if you were to hit somebody with it. Guys, I highly recommend, if you're into model aviation and you haven't looked at the AMA, this is something you need to think about. I mean, say you're flying, and we're going to try and get Charlie to learn. We want to fly at an AMA sanctioned field, if at all possible. I know some guys don't have one near them, and they fly in a park. They have a park flyer version, and then they have a full AMA membership. I always recommend everybody get the full AMA membership. This airplane is not covered by the park flyer insurance. It's too big, it's too heavy, and flies too fast. So I always recommend the full version. If you're going to be an RC, go on and get the big one. You get Model Aviation Magazine, so you're going to see all the new planes that are coming out. You're going to be able to learn about the fun flies, the things that are going on around you. So AMA is something I highly recommend you get.
Okay.
And any new pilot that's watching this. This is the whole thing about this series, is we want to be... I know there's a lot of you guys that fly like crazy, but this is training somebody that's brand new to the hobby. The other thing is this airplane came with a good charger. You're going to be fine on your 3S batteries, but if you want to go to a 4S, after you kind of start getting better at it, you're going to need a better charger. I have already got it for him, because I'm a nice guy. Mm-hmm. So, we're going to upgrade him to a better charger right out the gate. I've also already got him his next radio. So we're hooking Charlie up here at the Mary Boozers channel, but we want him to succeed, and we want his journey to be documented for you guys. So you're going to see it from start to finish. We're going to get him out. We're going to play real flight. I've got him set up to where he's going to be able to play real flight. I got him a Spektrum DX6E, so that after he starts to fly the Habu really well, maybe we move him into a Marlin next. Something. You know, we're going to move him into another airplane. And move him up the ladder as we go. And I know as you grow, what you have here is good. But there are things you're going to have as you go further in the hobby. You know, you're not going to be able to just stick with the little USB charger. It's going to work good for your first airplane. But we're going to go on and get you a smart charger to go on and keep your career going in this. If you want to fly 4S, you're going to want to go fast. And I will tell you, on 4S, this airplane is a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it when I flew it this weekend. And the Habu it's a lot different than any other jet I've flown. It flies, the stall speed is so slow on it. It comes in at a crawl. No flaps are needed. I know there's a lot of guys that are going, they should have put flaps. It did not need flaps. This plane comes in at a crawl. Retracts would have been cool. But it's something to break for a new pilot. Papa already tested it this weekend, and he decided to smash land this thing. So I'm kind of glad they didn't do the retract. Same thing with the Marlin. It's something to break on a beginner jet. And, you know, once you're past this, maybe we look at getting you onto a E-flite Viper, something like that, where we're going to get him something different on the jet-wise after we get his feet wet a little bit. I want him to do this, maybe the Marlin. After he kind of gets comfortable with those, you know, another plane that I really feel that he should fly is a Venom. A lot of guys are going to think I'm crazy. You're going to love it. The Venom is one of the craziest looking planes, and I'll show it to him here in a minute. I've got one over there, but it looks like a spaceship. Yeah. But it's fun, and it's big, and it's fast, and it's powerful. It's all those things that you want to hear from a jet, and it's got retracts and all that stuff. So it's really cool. Like I said, I'm really excited to get somebody new, excited about the hobby, and this is his first time on the channel. If he's not talking a lot, don't forget, guys, I've been going in front of the camera for a while. When I first started this, it's hard. Being in front of a camera is hard.
It is.
So, I just want to make sure, is there anything you want to say right now about your start of your journey? I know we're right here at the beginning, guys.
It'll be a little bit before I can actually fly, but I'm excited to start the training simulator, and hopefully a couple weeks I could get out there to the field.
Yep. And we're not going to forget about prop planes, pay it forward. I've got the E-flite Valiant that I think would be really good to get him on. We've got a lot of other planes to try Charlie on. So we're going to work our way up. You know, this was marketed as a first airplane, and we're going to see if it's true. We're going to do the first airplane as this jet trainer to see. You know what I mean? That's the only way to do this, guys.
You were talking about the AMA. Don't forget about the FAA registration.
Oh, that's true. So she was saying, hey, Lori's brought up the FAA registration.
Someone posted it in the chat.
Legally, guys, you got to pay, I think it's $5 for 5 years at the FAA to sign up. And I'm going to go through all this stuff with Charlie, but he is correct. Technically, you do need to do this, guys. And, you know, they don't really tell you all this stuff. You know, if you were to go out and buy this, would you have known that?
No.
You needed to register with the FAA to get a pilot number. You need to get the AMA.
I didn't even know there was insurance with this.
Right. They don't market this stuff, guys. And this is the stuff I want to tell to new pilots. It's all great to say we're going to go out and fly. It's going to be fun. But, you know, I want to make a series for guys to get into this and know what they really need to get into it. And everybody glosses over that kind of stuff. But yes, technically you need to pay for your unmanned drone operator with the FAA. I have one. Papa has one. I think Lori still has one. We all have them. Anyway, how are you doing, hun? I must have missed something. Oh, he's talking to you. Oh. So, Lori, did you get that video pulled up from this weekend of the F-18s? Okay, we're going to take a break for a second, guys. We're going to show you a tandem gaggle video. Everybody always loves that. 3 F-18s flown by Jerry McGee, Rich Baker, and I don't know the other guy's name, but if Jerry's still in here, put the other guy's name in. And then Gavin was flying his Thunderbirds from E-flite. So, we've got 3 motion planes and an E-flite out there rocking it, and we want you guys to see this because it was really a cool flight. And this is what you can look forward to. Sorry, plane. It's alright, Dad's already crashed it. But this is what you can look forward to. Hit it! Six is up, 5 is up. 5 is up.
My pilot has a mustache.
Woo!
Oh, that's cool.
Too cool.
You got half throttle. Turn me in, Jerry.
F-16 coming up. Woo!
Got my burners lit. Okay, here's this path we're doing the loop. I'm going horizontal, Jerry's going vertical. Okay. If you want to go 45, turning in. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45, Max 20, 270.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Sorry. Where you at, Jerry? Okay.
I'm behind you, Brian.
I got you. Okay. All right, here's
Corner number 2.
all right, we're turning center field towards us. This is our bomb burst. Turning in.
Looking good.
And break now, buddy. Broke a little early. Timing. Rolling over. Coming down.
They're meeting in the middle.
Alright, you guys.
Playing chicken.
In position.
Rich is in target.
That was hot.
Coming downfield, 4-point roll, and then Jerry's up for landing.
Yeah, buddy.
You guys got the high performance plane? Alright, on bingo fuel, setting up for approach downwind.
Down right now, Lord. Spin.
Alright, 6 is on downwind.
Watch that fence.
Watch out for that fence! There's a wire on top of it.
I got gear down. Ask me how I know. I got gear down, flaps down. I'm on
Number
downwind.
6 is on final.
Blue Angel number 5 coming in.
Base.
Number 6.
Nice pass. Gear down dirty.
Gear pass.
That was awesome.
Dirty pass.
All right, Jerry, I'm clear.
Sorry.
Gary is landing now.
Nice.
Nice. Ooh.
Nice. F-16 coming by super slow. Rich landing underneath.
Runway's clear.
Gavin is high alpha.
Dude, that pass when you were inverted and I was right there on you, that was freaking awesome. Way cool.
That was awesome. This is such a nice plane.
Ooh,
I got-
a little thunder.
I got 7 more batteries for that.
We need. I got a bunch too. Hey, can we do a good photo shot like
Yeah.
right here with the lights on and us behind it and all that stuff?
That was fun.
Look good. What a show! What a show! Lightning bolt.
You like that?
Guys, that was one heck of a flight. Being there in person this weekend, the thunderstorms off in the distance, it had just rained. It was epic, man. It was epic. I hope y'all enjoyed that. Gavin, that high alpha pass in the F-16, oof. He got there that weekend and couldn't do them too great, and him and Rich got out there flying the F-16s, and he saw Rich do it, and he said, what the heck, I can do it too. And then he was doing them like crazy the rest of the event. So that kid can fly now. He can fly. I'm amazed. Gavin is 14 and is one heck of a pilot. So love it, love it, love it. There's nothing like going to an event with your friends. And I can't wait to drag Charlie and break his airplane again. So guys, I really hope y'all are enjoying it. Man, what an awesome weekend, Dad.
In a couple days.
Oh, and guys, we have a lot more content coming from this weekend. Rich and me played plane swappers, and we traded planes back and forth. He let me fly some of his. I let him fly some of mine. We did some great tandem flying together. Jerry let me fly that crazy 160-mile-an-hour airplane of his again, which we got film of that. It was a lot of fun. I really can't wait for y'all to see some of the content that is coming up in the future. Pay it forward. 14 years young, no fear at that age. That's the truth. You ought to have seen him flying this weekend, though. That kid is a rock star. But yeah, I can't wait for you guys to see some of the content in the future. So, like I was saying, just to give this a reiteration, because this is new this week, So after the live show ends, I'm going to delist it tonight. It's going to go into the playlist of live shows and podcasts if you want to go back and see any part of this. I am going to release the assembly and build video as its own video of the Habu for guys to go back and find. So I just want y'all to know that's what we're going to do for the future of this channel. We're going to start doing them this way. I want to be able to do our build and assembly, whatever you want to call it. People get mad at me when I call this a build. It's not a build, I get it. Build is out of a box. I've got one sitting there that's made out of sticks. They get mad if you call it a build. So in the future, if you're ever putting an airplane together on film, don't call it a build unless it's made out of balsa.
And I'll make sure not to drop the screwdriver.
Yeah, don't drop the screwdriver or the soap. This is, I'm giving you some airplane advice right now. Don't call it building a foamy. Okay. They get mad at you out in the internet world. I wish it wasn't that way, but it is. But you know what? To me, all that matters is if you're having fun. Nothing else matters in this hobby, but if you're having fun and you're doing it. 9 times out of 10, guys can be keyboard pilots, but unless you're out there doing it, flying it, building it, sharing it with your friends, it doesn't matter. You gotta be out there doing it, guys. So if you haven't got an RC plane and you're watching us, what the heck's wrong with you, first off? Get out there and get something and get to flying. And if you are thinking about it, the Habu would be a great one. The Marlin would be a great one if you don't care about having safe. Now, safe is a good tool, but I want you, if you get safe something, use it as a tool. Try and get away from using it as fast as possible. I understand. I would rather you use safe and be successful at flying than not use safe, crash your airplane, and get discouraged and get out of the hobby. So some people get mad that I'm on the side of safe, but I really do appreciate it. I think safe is a wonderful tool. I think the first 10 flights you should take off and land your airplane in safe. Take it off, get it up in the air, learn how to fly, get comfortable flying the airplane. Land it with safe. Man, you point it at the runway, turn the power off, and the thing lands itself. It's great. But you need to get away from that as fast as possible for if you want to get to flying F-18s and Bearcats and Corsairs and whatever else, you need to get out of safe because you're not going to have it in everything. So anyway, that's really how I feel, guys. I hope everything tonight has been fun for you. I hope you enjoyed some of the sneak peeks of the event. We have lots more content. I'm not kidding, a ton from this weekend. We filmed and filmed and filmed. We got out there at 8 o'clock, and we didn't leave till after 5. And we're sunburned, and we're wore out. And Lori was a trooper because she filmed and filmed and filmed and filmed and filmed this weekend. So, he's going to go become a father. We're going to have to take a break from this for a few weeks. But we have tons of other stuff coming. And once Daddy here is settled in, we're going to get him out flying. But in the meantime, I am going to get him set up with E-flite so that in his spare time over the next few weeks as he's sitting at home with new baby, he can start practicing flying some airplanes. Because, I mean, we got to keep our priorities straight here, you know. I understand baby's here, but we got to fly some airplanes.
She'll kill me when I get home.
Right, she's going to kill us both when you get home. But, guys, I really hope you enjoyed tonight's show. I think I've said my piece. We got to share a little piece of the boozer with you tonight and what we've been doing. If you like what you're seeing, please subscribe. Think about becoming a member. It's only $1.99 for our top tier. You get everything. Members only content. You support us. You get the custom emojis. All that goody stuff. And it's cheap. We tried to keep it super fair and super easy for everybody to be a member. So we really hope you do become one. And we really do appreciate it. As always, your super chats, everything that you're doing keeps us going. We got to pay for cameras and fuel and everything to go to these events. So we really do appreciate every donation that you guys have made to us. And we hope it shows. as like tonight's show is showing, we were trying to make better content. We always want to make the best content we can physically make for you guys. You know, I could always just turn the camera on and sit here, but what's the fun of that? I want to be bringing you the newest airplane. I want to put it together. I want to show you how to fly it. I want to do it all. So the only way to do that is to keep growing, and we are going to try every week to keep doing that. That's my promise to you guys. I love all the custom emojis, guys, and I really do thank each and every one of our members for joining the channel. I think we have 15 now? 13. And I do appreciate you guys. We did have a members-only live chat last week. It was a lot of fun. And we've had some other posts this week that were members-only. So, if you don't want to miss those, down at the bottom, little button says join. Hit it. So, without further ado, I think we're going to wrap this up. Hot water.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Breathing.
Mm-hmm.
Get all the techniques right, bro.
There you go.
Work on your hand, because she's going to squeeze it off.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Guys,
God.
I really enjoy y'all being here tonight. Wish Charlie and Cheyenne the best with the new baby. So, guys, let's see y'all later. Bye.